Was half-baked on the plane the whole way to Denver, wondering when the hell I'd ever get back home. Missed another night of sleep again. I catch up, do it, still I'm alright. Still what I've always done, all for the love of guitars, girls, green grass, and guns.
What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to this episode of G4 Outdoors. Today, I think I'm going to close out all the videos on this Cub Cadet. I get a ton of comments of people liking it, people disliking it. This is my third month mowing with this machine, pretty much solely this machine. I got another machine in the garage I mowed with twice, but other than that, all of my mowings has been done with this for the last 3 months.
Guitars, girls, green grass, and guns. Yeah.
So in the comments, there are a lot of people that agree with me that their mowers, they vibrate like crazy. That's my biggest complaint about this. Second complaint is the cut quality. It leaves a lot of stragglers in the yard. There's no reason why you should go out and buy a brand new mower and have to double cut your yard. You know, on a weekly mowing basis, most of the time I mow about twice a week. If you're mowing twice a week and you're having to double cut or you're seeing stragglers, there's a problem there. That it shouldn't be that way. But Cub Cadet has done so many good things with this mower, and let's go over all those. Just going to start at the top and work my way down, that way I don't forget anything. First of all, the handbars. Fantastic idea on these. It's comfortable. It's very comfortable to hold on to these, ride around and steer it. The second thing on the handlebars is the adjustment right here, to where you can adjust these back and forth. I mean, that's a very handy idea, and I'm glad that they did that. I'm looking forward to a lot more mower companies going to that design, to where you can adjust those handbars back and forth. It's a pretty big deal. The seat is extremely comfortable. It's got a wide butt pad on it. Whether you need wide or not, and the wider the better. It's more cushion in there. Let's talk about the seat for a second. First of all, you know, why couldn't they have added just a cord hooked onto the seat to the machine itself? That way your seat isn't falling all the way forward. And maybe they should have took a little bit more time and paid a little more attention to detail rather than just putting out a nice looking mower. Let's take a look at the seat here real quick. I haven't done anything to that. I mean, a couple staples would have cured that, and that wouldn't have been noticeable. I wouldn't have said anything about that if there was a couple staples in there and I didn't have 2 leather tags hanging out of the back of my seat. So, you know, I don't know how far that's going to go. I don't know how long that's going to hold together just by looking at that itself. Now, hopefully you can see my gas line right here. This is all that I have mowed, is just this backyard, and I've already gone through 1/4 of a tank of gas. That's why is it using so much gas? That's just one cut, and I've gone through 1/4 tank of gas in one backyard. That is this is a very thirsty machine. I think they could do something better on fuel efficiency on that. Now, one of the things that I do like about it is the control panel. It's easy to access. Once you're used to doing everything, there's not a problem with taking both hands over here, pushing the throttle up, holding this up while you're turning the key, and then undoing that, throttling down, and then you're ready to go. I do like that. I do like all those being in one place. Another thing that I like about this up here at this point right here is your deck height adjustment. You know, once you push the foot pedal down, this thing right here just spins with ease. Your deck adjustment, you know, that's a good feature about this machine, and I do like it. Another thing that they've got right on this is the deck top right here, covering all of your spindles and everything. It's just got one bolt right here. Just take that bolt off and this entire deck comes off, and your pulleys, you can clean out your deck a lot easier. Yeah, I like that this has a very accessible and easy to remove deck top on it. And while we're over here at the gas tank side, I like that the gas fill is right here. It's easy to get to. If you need to, you can set your gas can on your tire and lean it over if it's a little bit too heavy. You got a fresh 5-gallon tank of gas. It's nice to set it there, lean it up, and then start pouring. So the gas tank is in a good position. Let's talk a little bit about the ease of maintenance. The oil drain right here is that tube coming out, and it goes directly onto the ground, so you can put a pan underneath there. That is a nice feature. I'm going to say that's more of a Kawasaki job than it is a Cub. Any mower you can get, you can put this external tube on there so that those can drain easy, and also your oil fill is pretty easily accessible. But along with the accessibility comes the tires and the lack of plastic on here. Now, although the lack of plastic on here is what makes this machine cool, you get a lot of mud flinging up. You can see I've washed this before, but you can see how there's mud on this panel. You can see where it's been. You can see it up here on the seat where it's been. Like I say, I've washed it off, but you can still see remnants of where the mud was. So the open tire design, even though it is cool, if you get in any sort of mud or water, it will be flinging up onto your arms. So I wouldn't mind seeing a little bit of plastic there. I mean, a little bit of plastic goes a long way, but you know, looks over function. And I think that's where Cub went with this machine. They spent entirely too much time on making this machine look very cool, which it is. It looks cool. It looks fast. It looks tough. They just missed out on a lot of the small details. I don't think they put enough seat time on this machine before they let this thing go. Now I'm going to sneeze. I'll spend a little bit of time on the tires. You know, they did a great job on the tires, putting a wider, beefier tire on here. I enjoy these tires. These tires get around very good. Even though I'm out here on a semi-moist grass today, it did rain this morning. And to be honest with you, that is the only reason I have this mower out here today, is for traction. My other mower's got smaller tires on it, and as you can see, we're on a pretty nice hill right here. And smaller tires aren't as good as bigger tires. So they did a really good job on putting the bigger rear tires on here. But where they could have done a lot better is put a 4-ply tire on here. Mosquitoes are out here. I've already got a puncture in one of these tires. I don't know what from, but I know that I think that a 4-ply tire would have held up to whatever is causing that to leak by now. Excellent tires, excellent grip, traction, control. But I think that they could have went with a little bit heavier of a tire. Another thing, the front casters, not a single problem. I don't have a single problem with these front casters, except for my arms getting tired. The front casters are big. The front tires they're pretty big. I think they're a little bit oversized. I'd rather them be oversized than undersized, actually. So, you know, fantastic job on the front tires. Don't have a single problem with that. Now let's talk a little bit about the deck design and deck quality. It is a nice deck. It is an all fabricated deck. You know, that's a good portion of it. It's got thick steel on it, so it's going to last you a long time. As a matter of fact, it's got a lifetime warranty on the deck. But when it comes to the deck, the way the deck is mounted, how much weight am I putting on this? No more than 20 pounds. Yeah, and your deck should be a little bit more secure than that. I think that 4 points of contact would have been a lot better. But being this is 3 points of contact, your ease of accessibility and changing blades, when the time comes, and it will come, your spindles are gonna go bad on you because the vibration on this deck is extremely bad. So being 3 points of contact, this deck is going to come off a lot easier. So if you're out of warranty and you do need to replace those pulleys or your belt, you can get to those a lot easier. Now over here on this side of the deck, I'm extremely impressed with the way this deck is able to get the grass out of the deck. I mean, you're shooting 2 to 3 lanes over with your grass. That way you're not clumping up in a row right next to your lawnmower. So it's got plenty of flow to get the grass out. But that comes at the expense of a little bit of safety. You do have your grass chute right here. It's easily deformed. I've had this pushed up against a wall in my garage a little too close, and you can see it is a little bit deformed up there. Not bad, but it's not down here where it's supposed to be. So, you know, they could do a little bit better with the grass chute. And here's where they come into a little bit of a safety concern for me. You have this entire opening portion right here. You have that much blade exposed to the opening. So if you're the kind of person that likes to take your deck chute off, you're not going to be able to do it on this machine. As a matter of fact, I wouldn't even recommend coming down here and pulling this up while the engine's running, which it is accessible while you're on the seat. You can pull that up with the blades engaged. I don't do it. I'll never do it because I can see something flying up out of here. And if you're leaned over pulling that up, something's going to hit you. Not only that, it leaves an extreme angle of something going out that way, you know, easily a broken window or something like that. As much force as this has pushing out, that's a safety concern that probably should be adjusted. That's one of the things that they cut a corner on this gap right here so that they can get the grass out further. If you're never planning on touching this or not mowing around kids or anything like that, or don't have any plans for anything in the future, just for mowing your yard out here by yourself, that's your call. So let's take a quick look up underneath this deck. For some reason, all of the grass seems to accumulate on top of this deck. I have cleaned it off before this mow, and this is only this backyard. That's how much grass is in here. And it's all clogged up underneath this cover right here, which is where one of your spindles are. Come over here and take a look at this side as well. You can see, once I'm done mowing both of my properties, this whole deck is going to be covered in grass. And as you can see, it all congregates over back behind here, which is where your spindles are, and you're going to create a lot of heat behind there. Along with that, you know, that's just not good on your spindles. So it's not good on your spindles or your belt, creating that much heat. The grass is going to be getting in behind your belt, and it's just going to be chewing it up. So for whatever reason, a lot of grass seems to accumulate on top of the deck instead of away from the deck where it should be. Now, one feature that I think Cub Cadet should just leave alone is the deck wash system. I've had this deck wash system on my last Cub. It was a Cub ZTR or an I-1046. It was a zero-turn tractor. I had the same coupling on there, the same deck wash system. And they still have the same deck wash system on the new Ultima ZT1s, the ZT2s. They have them on all of their mowers. But here's the thing. When you use this, the water requires suction to get up and splash off the top of the deck to get all of that clean. The only way you're going to get suction with water is to lower your deck all the way down to the ground. It's not going to work on concrete. The only place that I've found that it works is on grass, where there's actually grass hugging the side of the deck so that you can have continuous suction getting that water up. So you have to lower your blades all the way down to the lowest setting, scalp your ground, and then you can get the actual proper water suction going up against your deck. But here's the downfall to that. It's only going to wash off dust. I wish I would have recorded that day. It took a half hour for me to wash my deck with this deck wash system. I sat there at full throttle with the blades engaged for a half hour. And I still had to go in and scrape grass off of my deck. So it's just a pointless system. It's a sales point. I wouldn't advise using it. It's just, it's a sales point. It's something that looks cool, it sounds cool, and it should work, and it doesn't work. Now don't get me wrong, this machine is a beast, and it will cut some grass. It doesn't cut it perfect, but it does cut some grass. And it's got plenty of power to cut anything you want. It comes at an expense as well. With this machine here, you will have to wear earplugs. There's no getting around that. You either earmuffs or earplugs. Let me fire this up and show you exactly how loud it is. Idle's not that bad. The motor is pretty much what you expect. But the motor combined with the deck is it's a very loud machine. As a matter of fact, I had a neighbor come over and ask me if I got a commercial lawnmower. That's how loud this thing is. And compared that to my new mower, which is the Aaron's Icon 42-inch, just the X model, night and day difference. You can mow with that other mower, and I don't think that hearing protection is required. Suggested, yes, but in the noise level, I don't think it's required. This one definitely is. All right, now we're just sitting still, and here is my biggest beef with this mower, is the deck vibrations. They claim that it was an isolated event on my first mower. I actually sent a mower back and received this one in return. They claim that it was an isolated issue, but if you look through all of the comments, there's so many people that have, oh, rough to you too. There's so many people that have deck vibration issues. So mine isn't really the only one that does it. There's thousands of people out there that have the same problem. Let me fire this up. Watch the deck. All I'm doing is sitting still, so there's no reason why this should be bouncing around or doing what it was. Just have a look. So as you can see, it's got quite a bit of vibration under there. There's no getting around that. There's no denying it. It's there. Let me go over a couple more points. So in no way am I bashing this mower to a point to where I'm not telling you to buy it. I'm letting you know everything about this. This is a 3-month review, and I'm telling you all the things that I do and all the things that I don't like about it. Here's how I can put it to you. You walk into a showroom. Cub Cadet has designed this thing for a showroom sell. Yes, you can walk all down the line, test out your Cub, your Aaron's, your John Deere, your, I don't know, whatever else you want to try. Sit on them all. This one's going to win. You're going to sit on this and you're going to be like, oh my gosh, this is the best mower I've ever sat on. It's when you get it home is when you're going to realize that this is probably the best mower you've ever sat on, but it's not the best mower you've ever sat on. You know, the plastic around the wheel well, put a little plastic there so the mud doesn't fly up on you. The seat, take a little time, button up your leather, vinyl, whatever this is on your seats. The grass on the deck, take a little time, find out why that grass is getting up on the deck so you don't have to blow the deck top off every time you mow. Your deck wash system, just do away with it. Your tires, upgrade your tires just a little bit. It'll go a long way. There's not lesser quality. There's machines that are in this category that are going for the same price that come out with better tires than what you have on here. Your deck, you know, that's a safety concern. That should be a safety concern for anyone that is looking at this mower. Let me show you that again. My blades have disappeared. Look at that blade hanging out there. Just not the kind of things that I want to see in a mower, neither should you. It's things that no one should really have to settle for in a mower. All in all, I'm happy with this mower. It's comfortable. It rides good. It rides fast. It turns good. The wide tires helps it grip the ground. It stripes incredibly well. It's just the little things that matter. So if you're out looking for a mower that's comfortable, that turns good, that lays pretty good stripes, by all means go out and get this. But if you're looking for a mower that cuts the way a $3,000 mower should, if you're looking for a machine with a little bit more safety in mind that doesn't have this open deck, if you don't have kids running around, if you don't have a bunch of windows that you're afraid of, or if you care about the seat coming undone in the back, or if you care about the simple little thing like a steel cord attached to the seat to the frame so that the seat doesn't come all the way over, bang into the front deck where it's all rough. Eventually you're going to tear up the back of your seat there. If you care about the quality of your cut like a $3,000 machine should, I am not recommending this mower to you. This mower should cut a lot better than what it does for $3,000. I don't know if you step up into the ZT2 if that's going to cure all of the problems or not. It's still going to have the open blade. It's still going to have the deck wash. You do get better tires, better transmissions, but it's I'm almost positive it's the same blades, it's the same deck design, so you're probably going to get the same cut. And once you get this, if you do purchase this and you do get this home, the first time you go out and cut your yard, you're going to be amazed by it. I've taken tons of pictures and put these pictures on Instagram. The stripes are pretty good, but it's the quality of the cut, it's the vibrating deck, it's just the small things that they have missed on this. I think they pushed it out the door a little too quick. Again, I'm not here to bash this mower. I'm here to tell you what you need to look out for when you go to buy this mower for $3,000. That's quite an investment. This thing should last a long time, but with the vibrations in the deck, there's no way this deck is going to last that long. So all in all, I hope that you guys take everything into consideration. I do like this mower. I do like this mower. It's fun to run, it's comfortable. The speed is on par with everything else. It's got the same transmissions in it. 7 miles an hour maybe. It does that 7 miles an hour in forward and reverse. The handlebars are comfortable, the seat's comfortable, the seating position's comfortable. Everything else I could care less. It's not the best mower on the market. Anyways, guys, I hope you enjoyed the video. I hope I gave you a little bit of insight into the Cub Cadet ULTIMA ZT1 on should you or should you not buy this mower. I really hope that helped out. Don't forget the stragglers. Please don't forget the stragglers, because they are here. They're popping up right now because the grass has been laid over because I just cut it and it's starting to relax and raise back up. I'm seeing more stragglers all over the place. I can't get them on camera unless I take this camera on the ground and just get it all around there. So anyways, guys, I hope you enjoyed the video. Stick around for some more G4 Outdoors. If you enjoyed this video, hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, leave a comment down below. Tell me your experiences on the Cub Cadet ULTIMA ZT1. And we'll see you in the next one. I'm out.
Spent the night and a half the cage. Couldn't wait to get back on stage. Now I'm alright. Woke me up a little appetite for a whole lot of guitars, girls, green grass, and gum.